Good evening and welcome to Kneecap Biting with Smokin Jeremy B. I got my guest, DC8091. I'm still waiting on Detroit Dom to show his face, but other than that, let's get into it. Last night was the awards. We found out mid-afternoon that Aidan Hutchinson won the fan voted Pepsi Rookie of the Year, but Sauce Gardner, as expected, won the Defensive Rookie of the Year. What were your thoughts of the NFL honors show altogether, DC?
Horse shit. I think that about explains it all.
I love how they skated over the fact that Sauce only had 2 interceptions by talking about his passes defended and how he led all corners in the NFL at 20, but failed to mention he had 2 INTs. And then they bring up Aidan Hutchinson. They talked about his 9.5 sacks, and then they brought up the fact he had 3 interceptions. I don't think they wanted. I don't think they wanted. I know. And a ton of pressures too. We know. You know what I'm saying. It's just, but I will say I did agree with the coach of the year. Brian Daboll did a wonderful job. Yeah, and I thought Walker got robbed too, Patty Grimes. How Garrett Wilson with 5 touchdowns got it over Kenneth Walker with 9 touchdowns. That blew my mind. Thank you for all of y'all coming in the comments and stuff like that. Next up, but wait, I do want to get over one thing. Justin Jefferson getting Offensive Player of the Year over Jalen Hurts kind of bugged me because I kind of felt like Patrick Mahomes was getting the MVP due to the fact that Hurts missed three games due to injury. I figured that's when he lost the MVP. But it's funny that was their only 3 years. You're absolutely right, Big Dan. That was a big thing when he said that. Let me make this full screen so I can see it. The one cool thing about when Sauce won it was the part in his speech where he gave a shout out to Detroit, specifically 7 Mile. He at least remembered where he came from. Walker had 100 less yards and 5 more TDs. I know. New York, LA domination of primary media is a thing. Sucks, but until the big one hits, that's just the way it is. And my dad pops in and says, "Hey guys, that's Crazy Ken, not Smoking Dad." But
hey, Smoking Dad is a lot cooler.
Yeah, it is. It is, but and that song that Kirk Prescott sang was funny, and the Kittle song kind of blew as far as I'm concerned. Kittle can't sing, but Prescott's actually got a voice. That was shocking.
Apparently.
But Brian Daboll, I thought, should have got Coach of the Year. You know, when you've got the best roster in the sport, you should be making it to the Super Bowl. You should be the number 1 seed overall, which Philly was. But like I said, when Jalen Hurts missed those 3 games, I knew Pat Mahomes probably was the shoe-in for MVP because he did it without a couple of key guys up there. You know, Pringle left. Tyreek Hill was gone. Juju Smith-Schuster was AWOL the last game due to an injury, and he's more than likely AWOL for the Super Bowl. So I think they got the MVP right, but giving Justin Jefferson the Offensive Player of the Year over Jalen Hurts kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I thought that would have been the way they made it right for giving one the Offensive Player of the Year and the other one getting the MVP. I thought that would have been the right way to do it. Congratulations to Dak Prescott. If he was as good on the field as he is off the field, they'd be in a Super Bowl by now.
Awesome.
You like that one, huh?
That's awesome.
I came up with that one all on my own, too.
Exactly.
Pretty much that sums it up. I didn't have a problem with the Defensive Player of the Year. Bosa deserved it. I said he deserved it. I said he should get it in a lock. But the Offensive Player of the Year, I thought it would be the QB that didn't get the MVP. That's the way I thought it would go. Whew. Now, outside of quarterback and running back, does anybody know what positions the only 3 other players were that won an MVP. You, DC?
Repeat that. You were breaking up.
Okay. There's only 3 positions outside of quarterback and running back that's won the MVP since they started doing these honors things. And there's only 3 other positions other than that. Do you know what 3 positions they were?
Probably wide receiver, cornerback, and safety.
No, no, and no.
No way a lineman won that.
Yes. 1 defensive tackle, the outside linebacker edge, and the one was a kicker. Yeah, that's right. You heard me.
There's that much credit.
Alan Page was the defensive tackle. Lawrence Taylor was the linebacker. And yes, a place kicker that played for the Redskins the year that they won it all.
Oh, shit. What's his name? Mosley? Exactly who you're talking about. I can't remember his name. It started with an M, though, right?
Right. I didn't see the name. I just saw the whole thing. Yeah, a place kicker, James. Mosley. That's it. You were right.
Mosley.
You were right, DC. Mosley.
Yep. Who did nothing after that. I mean, hell, I'm walking around the streets of D.C. right now. I should know that. Yes.
That being said, let's move on to the next topic. What are your expectations at the regular season's end for the Lions in 2023? Go ahead, DC. Give me your expectation. Not regular season end, not playoff end.
Kill the North. Kill them all. Scorch earth against the NFC North.
Sweep them all?
Yep.
Okay.
Sweep the North.
Well, we hit 9 wins. With the right free agency moves and everything else, my floor is 10 wins. Because if you look outside our division, we got some pretty stiff competition, what I see. So if we win 4 of those outside, because remember, we got 9 games away. I think it's win the North and have a minimum of 10 wins. Just because of who we're playing. We play the Ravens away. We play the Chiefs away. We play a couple other really good teams away that defend their home pretty good. That are really good. It's just, when I look at our away opponents, they kind of scare me. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I'm just saying that
I think it's a minimum of 10 wins. And I think it's a ceiling of maybe 13. 10 to 13 is where I'm at, and this is pre-draft, pre-free agency, pre-anything.
As long as we stay healthy, that is extremely, extremely realistic.
What I said is extremely realistic.
I'm looking at.
Right. I mean, because we got some pretty... yeah, I hope it's a road game in Germany, too. And King SJ says that's fair expectations. I got my window of wins at 10 to 13. I said 7 to 10 last year. I'm at 10 to 13 right now.
I need to stop looking at Teslas. Because this car is awesome. Anyways. Sorry, I'm walking around the streets of DC right now. They have a Tesla dealership, and I'm like, oh my God, I need that card. Yes, I'm an idiot. Go ahead.
Right. We only have eight home games, 3 against our divisional opponents and 5 outside the division. Correct? Because this year is the year when the AFC has 9 home games. So that means we got 9 games on the road.
Which is a challenge.
Patty Grimes tells you, DC, to go say hi to the president for him. I don't know if he'd understand it. Every time I hear him talk, in the back of my mind, I don't hear the teacher from Charlie Brown. I hear Stephen Carell's character doing newscasting in Bruce Almighty going, that's what I hear when Biden speaks.
I've already had one run-in with the Secret Service, and they don't have a good sense of humor.
I know they don't.
No, I know firsthand they don't, but you know.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story afterwards. Trust me, I know. So here's an interesting fact. We all know at the 1-6 start, the Lions were 32nd in scoring defense. Does anybody know where they finished? 17th.
Yeah.
17th. Okay, Patty Grimes says DC. We already said that. Not if he is asleep in the middle of the day. And Patty Grimes, Secret Service are not Lions fans. DC, just go be president for a while. The nation needs you. Plus 1 to James.
One thing, the Secret Service is all at that. I mean, they don't like drunks on the White House. But, you know, I only
Big Dan Davis comes in and says, I hope the game at KC is not in Germany due to the simple fact that I'd love to take a trip to Arrowhead for my road game I attend. Plus, my mom is a Chiefs fan, so it'd be cool to bring her to that game too. Absolutely, Big Dan. I get that. I don't know who that will be. Patty Grimes said DC can do a better job at president than the current president. That probably goes without saying. I think a 5-year-old could with common sense.
But sober.
Okay, and this is going to be a touchy subject for a lot of people, and I'm going to explain why. I'll give my answer in a second. But Jeff Okudah and his 5th-year option, should the Lions do it? DC?
Absolutely. For the duration of that contract.
Right. I mean, because think about it. Yes, it's a high number. It's $11.5 million, but we have a shit ton of cap next year, for one thing.
Yep.
And the 5th-year option isn't until 2024. He technically has only paid 1.5 seasons so far. He's played 25 games. And everybody goes, oh, but he got benched and this and that. I said, that's because Duker, when he took over, when Okudah got hurt, we did not have a press man coverage corner in the room. All we had was zone guys. So they had to start running zone. What is Okudah weak at? The zone.
Zone.
And Patty Grimes, that's absolutely true. Yes, so he can get a comp pick if he walks. Absolutely. Yep, I would put the 5th-year option. That way we develop him for another year, and he gets finally almost 3 years worth of games. But what if this offseason with Dre Bly and Brian Duker working with him, he actually gets better at zone and becomes a more all-around cornerback? Because it normally takes 2 to 3 years of game playing time for a corner to develop.
But
am I wrong?
Still, you're not wrong, but what I will say is Okudah against the run.
He's our best corner against the run. That goes without saying.
No, name anyone who's better than him against the run. Thing like that is
most of the ones that are better
very
against the run are playing in the slot for better teams. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah. So
there's very few outside corners to compare him to in the run game. Maybe Richard Sherman when he was playing.
Exactly, because he's better than all of them.
Did you hear what I said, DC?
Yes.
About Richard Sherman? No, Richard Sherman is about the only one I can think of when he was playing that was good against the run.
Why not keep him?
James Burgess says, I'm against it. No knock on Okudah. Let me read this comment, and then we'll get to that, buddy. James Burgess says, I'm against it. No knock on Okudah. I like this progress, but I'd rather have the flexibility. We can make an offer just like any other team after 2023. Cool with whatever Brad does. See, here's the thing. If you don't give it to him and he plays really well, then you don't have him locked in under that rookie contract that keeps him under the $12 million mark.
Exactly.
And also, if you don't do it, you don't get a comp pick because he's not here for the duration of his entire rookie contract. So I say yes.
Agreed 100%.
And King S.J. said, I'm definitely curious to see what Dre Bly can do with our corners. And Keegan Egger says, I say no. Let's try to sign him to a new contract. We get first served to give him a new contract. You never know what he might accept less. I doubt he'll accept less. I sincerely do, because he's either a CB1 or a CB2 on our roster, right? And that means he'd be at least a CB2 if they had a good one. King S.J. says, didn't realize the fifth-year option was a factor on getting a comp pick if he walks. Yeah, because if you don't exercise the fifth-year option, that means you didn't want him for the full rookie contract. That's why the fifth-year option's there. Wow, because nobody else was here, and it's just you and I. We just did all my subjects in 19 minutes. Well, let's talk about the big game coming up on Sunday.
Go Chiefs.
Go Eagles. This is the one. This is the only game I will ever root for the Eagles at all. James Burris is short, sweet, and to the point. But overall, I think a lot of the no, I didn't agree with the offensive player of the year, the offensive rookie of the year, the defensive rookie. I seen it could have went either way, but I knew it wasn't Tariq Woolen. Stephen Bauer, I'm fine with picking up Okudah's fifth-year option. I really hope they let Harris's bum ass walk. Absolutely. Gut feeling is Philly Birds. Oh wait. Blow this back up so I can read it all. Gut feeling is Philly Birds. I'm good with either team winning. My head says Eagles, but my gut says KC. I don't know who to bet on. Yes, pick up that fifth-year option and see how he does. Worst case, if he regresses, then you let him walk after this upcoming season done. If he gets better, you can talk extension. That's what I thought. Brian Rappaport tells us something that we've known for a week and a half. Breaking news, JT Barrett is an assistant QB coach. Who knew? Oh, yeah, that's right. We did. After Super Bowl talk, we should talk more about draft or do some mocks if you guys are up to it. Well, I still got to learn how to do that with the new streaming service on how to share the screen. So let me work on that, and maybe we can do some mocks next week. But Super Bowl, we could talk college draft talk. I mean, I saw the pros and cons on Brisset, and yeah, it's not great, but it's all coachable stuff. his cons. All his pros are really good. But they're rookies for a reason. They need to be coached up. I think Eagles, they have a better set of lines to control the line of scrimmage. You know what? Here's the one thing. If the Eagles do win the Super Bowl, Sue gets his second ring. He got his first one with Tampa. So with 2 rings in his NFL career, wouldn't you say that would make him either a first or second ballot Hall of Famer?
With what, 7 teams? I mean, he's a team hopper. That's
wait.
what we were afraid to be.
Detroit.
He ended up being
wait.
a team hopper.
Detroit, Dolphins, Rams, Bucks, now Eagles. That's 5 teams, not 7.
Well, close enough. But
and he's played since what, 2011? Right? So that's a 12-year career. That's not bad. If Detroit picks a cornerback or running back in the first round, I'm getting Holmes fired. Good luck, Valente. If anyone wants to undertake a really long slog, go back and watch every Super Bowl. Whoever wins the lines is a better indicator than better QB as to who wins. I hope the Eagles jail sex the Chiefs so my mom can stop talking about Patrick Mahomes. I'm sick of hearing about Patrick Mahomes. Love you, Mom, but enough is enough. And Sue has not missed a lot of games either.
Oh. No, he just held out of them.
And Keegan Eckert says, I watched Pike's new video. What is your guys' opinion on trading down with Carolina? Only way I'm trading down is if Jalen Carter's not there, which is a good possibility. Like with 6 picks, do the math. 6 goes into 100. It's 15.75%.
I always say trade down.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love it, especially if we can get another pick for the next year.
I always say trade down.
Yep.
If you don't have Hutch, I always say trade down and trade out.
Well, this year's Hutch is Jalen Carter, is what I'm getting at.
And the Lions can't get him. But other than that,
Sue Hall of Fame, that's possible, but not first ballot. Too many enemies. That's funny. If Carter is there, yep, with Jeremy, grab him. But if not, trade back is a great deal. Yeah, like I said, this year's Hutch is Carter. Ryan Poles. Give me Sewell, St. Brown, and Hutchinson. You can have the another one pick. Only thing I'd want to give you, Ryan Poles, with that deal is a big middle finger. If one best of defense not there, trade out. Yeah. And they're going to have to, because if Derek Carr's gone, then that means the Raiders are taking a QB. Oh, God, Anthony Richardson at 7. I see it happening. Notice I said at 7, not at 6, people. Oh, pardon me.
Hey, if people trade for AR squirt gun,
look at what Minnesota traded to get Herschel Walker. I'd love to be able to trade down, but only way I think that happens is if Stroud or Young is there at 6, Carolina or another QB needy team could move up for their QB.
Yep.
Uh-oh. I almost had to fight guys over my girlfriend at the NFL Honors yesterday. I don't doubt that, Jared Goff. She's hot. That's what happens when you're dating a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. Correct? If the QB frenzy is over by our pick, it'll be hard to find a trade partner unless someone has a hard-on for the OSU tackle or something like that. Sounds like you muted yourself, DC. And I'm good with trading back if Carter is gone. James Burgess says she's hot, all right. Jared, who cares? She does. There, now I can see better. Well, Big Dan, Carolina is big on Will Levis. They might risk it and take him at 6. Any word if AG has an edge on the Colts job? Well, the only edge I've heard he's got is the defensive coordinator for the Giants is out of the running. But the last I heard, Jim Irsay still has Saturday high on the list. Ron Jeremy says, Jared, tell her to come see me. Couple of good DC guys signed. Wilkes and Flores were signed. Flores is now the DC of the Vikings. Ivaro, I don't know who he is, but Wilkes went to the 49ers to replace D'Amico Ryans. Saturday is still an option. Yeah, according to Jim Irsay, he's his front runner. I gotta laugh at it because I don't get it. I don't get it. Irsay is stoned again. Stone drunk. You're absolutely right. And Garen Glenn says, no worry, guys. I'm pulling my name out of the Colts job opening. Damn it. Really? I wanted the comp picks. Just kidding, Aaron. Oh, anybody got any questions about anything else in the draft? James Burgess says, I kind of want the comp picks too. Shh. I'm not going to shush it. 3rd round pick this year and a 3rd round pick next year. That makes up for no 4th round pick. I wonder if Seattle might go QB. It depends on how much Geno's asking price is. Because if Eugene Cyril Smith, the comeback player of the year, isn't offered enough money, he might walk on him. But I don't know who else would give him a chance to start. Because that's a very particular system he did well in. But like I said, he started out the year as Aaron Glenn, you shut your whore mouth. You know you want that head coach job, and we want them comp picks. I'm kind of out on Skinner. I watched him play. He doesn't tackle that great. He has decent sideline speed, but he doesn't tackle great. He also is not a great in-air ball defender. So he doesn't do either one of those jobs better. So sorry, not sorry. I don't want him. I like Antonio Johnson out of Texas A&M. I like Brian Branch. I just don't like him in the 1st round. But he'll probably go in the 1st round. There's that one big Kendall. What's his name there, Big Dan? The guy we like out of Louisville. Does not tackle great means nope. Amen, Big Dan. And Geno's getting up there. Yes, he's 33. He'll be 34 next year. And Detroit Lions, the fake Detroit Lions, through him, not for him, says Goff is the best QB in the league. Thoughts on Chris Smith out of Georgia or Jordan Battle out of Bama? Jordan Battle it is probably a 2nd round pick at this point. Kendrick Duncan. That's the guy I was thinking about. 6'3", 220 pounds, tackles like a hammer. I want him in the late rounds. He's still a late rounder. I pick him up. It's depth. I still want Braceford Wheaton. I still want or Justin Shorter, one of those two. Cade Cunningham. I'm sitting here bored. We are in our second overtime tonight. Well, yeah, of course you're sitting there bored. You're on the IR, Cade.
Hell yeah, I want Bryce Ford Wheaton. Holy shit. We got him for Detroit.
Fast, tall, runs great routes, great hands, and does a great contested catch with a 42-inch vertical leap. I'm in.
Oh, he's Quintez Cephas on steroids and healthy.
Because of his height, I was going to call him Calvin Johnson light.
I was being generous, but you know.
I'm being real generous too.
For anyone to Calvin. But yeah, I mean,
when you got speed, size, and all those skills.
That's what Quintez Cephas was supposed to be.
Quintez Cephas isn't that good anymore. He can't stay on the field, so I'm kind of out on him. Will Vogel says, hi, guys. Yeah, Dante Banks, I know. He's like, I like him. Yep, and Mekhi Gardner out of LSU. I like him. Tall, fast corner, good hip movement. Emmanuel Forbes. Ben Johnson, I just got robbed last night for Assistant of the Year award. It happens, Ben Johnson. We're Detroit. We are Detroit. It's Detroit versus everybody. Get used to it. We get robbed all the time. Aidan got robbed by Sauce. You got robbed by whoever. What's his fuck? Any receivers or tight ends you like in the later rounds? I don't think we need any tight ends. We got 3 of them.
Nope,
the receivers that I like in the later rounds, I already said it. Braceford Wheaton and Justin Shorter. I'm looking at 6'3" or taller, 220 pounds or more, some speed, and D'Amico Ryans. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I can get it. Detroit staying hungry by no love for awards. Yes. The problem is, if you win it all, if Detroit wins it all, they probably still wouldn't let Dan Campbell get Coach of the Year. I like Josh Downs. Who's he play for, Will? And what position? Oh, North Carolina. You're talking about their wide receiver, right? Good reason to stay angry at all 31 teams. Absolutely, James. Yeah, he's a wide receiver coming out. Okay. Tight end Gerald Everett, free agent, won't cost much and was a Ram. Josh Downs, North Carolina wide receiver. Very good, Ben Johnson. He just said that. Ben Johnson, if you have any say, Braceford Wheaton and Justin Shorter. Take a look at him. Well, I know you took a look at Justin Shorter, seeing how you were at University of Florida 5 times. Wright and Zylstra are free agents this year. I would grab a tight end if one of those guys leave. There was a wide receiver kid at PSU who has hands like a freaking vice grips, but I think he's tiny. Tiny. Like he's like Kyler Murray height, 5'9", 5'10". Zay Flowers may be good. Yeah, he could be, but I don't think wide receivers early. Justin Shorter struggles to get separation. Yes, but he makes the contested catches. That's why I like him. And 6'5" doesn't hurt either. 5'9", too small. Sorry, not what we need. When you're 6'5", You don't need separation. You just need to have a little bit of ups. Better than Kenny Galladay's, though.
Yep.
So you want Kenny Galladay 2.0? Hey, if it works, it's great because he played great for Detroit. He just plays like crap everywhere else. I'm not wrong, am I, DC?
Absolutely not. I think Kenny Galladay had his flash burn out. There, I mean, it doesn't matter if he was here or anywhere else. I mean, people figured Kenny Galladay out.
Like my old coach was fond of pointing out, at the end of the game, when everyone's tired, tall guys are still tall. Yep. If and when we resign Swaggy, what are the chances we draft a running back late, if at all? I think it's pretty good that we have to get one. I don't think Craig Reynolds is going to work out.
Sure,
well, Raymond's still here. Another.
Take him.
We need a small, fast guy that can play slot. Raymond isn't going to be here in the near future. Well, he's here another year, so we can look at him in the next draft. I didn't see a lot of great returners in college this year, except for a couple of corners and a couple safeties that were returning. I didn't see a lot of those good. Breaking news: DJ Shark is a free agent. Holy shit! We follow the Lions. We know that.
I mean, really, who's going to pay Clay Freeman more than we will? I mean, who is Clay Freeman the number one top wide receiver to come out? No, Clay Freeman's going to stay here. It's his place. He ain't as good as he is here.
There's a running back at Tulane, ACC, offensive player of the year. He scored 19 touchdowns, can be had as a free agent. Sound like a lion. There also is a guy that I like. Trying to think of his name. Keaton Mitchell from Coastal Carolina. Like him. Bass shit. I like Eric Gray out of Oklahoma. If we're thinking about even getting a fullback, an actual fullback instead of Jason Kabinda, I like that guy out of North Dakota State, Hunter Lupecki. Or Lumpicki, however you say it, Lumpeek, whatever his name is. Yep, Tyjae Spears is who James is talking about. I wish Rappaport knew how to spell his name, then I'd knew it wasn't a fake account. Facebook, there's some dude out west who is like 240 but runs a hell of a straight line. Oh, God. I want to look that up right now. Well, guys, it's that time of the evening when I should get to talking about my sponsors. A1 Tire Cucaulin, 3573 Old Cucaulin Road, Bay City, Michigan, 48706. We do window tinting, auto tape, detailing, and we have a tire sale. Used tires starting at $40. Stop in and check us out. We have two other locations in the Tri-Cities, the one on Broadway in Bay City, and also the one in Saginaw on Genesee. Great used tires and cars at a great price, and great prices on new tires too. And Mad Lab Custom Creations. Dan Leonard's little love child can get you everything you need. like a Mountain West guy. I can't recall his name. That might be the guy I'm talking about. Buy tires. You need them more than a fancy license plate, you idiots. In non-football needs, Pistons win in double overtime. Jalen Duren, the rookie, with 30 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 assists. Well, DC, you got any parting shots to make?
Got it. We have this next year. This team is set. As long as we're healthy, and this shit, just sit back and watch, because we're gonna fuck everyone up.
All righty. And we all know what I'm going to say. It's go Lions. This weekend, I'm go Eagles. I'm going to put my little 4-part parlay in on it. That being said, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. This has been Kneecap Biting with Smokin Jeremy B. Thank you, DC, for hopping in. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, go like, subscribe, and share this with all your Lions pages you're on. And thank you for watching. Have a great evening, everybody.